Welcome back to another video. My name is Matt and I help people overcome retroactive jealousy. In this video, I'm going to be talking about what if you know every single little detail about your partner's past. What if you know absolutely everything that there is to know about their past? There's no more mystery. There's nothing. You've asked every single question. You've figured it all out. And now all of a sudden, everything in the world triggers you because you know absolutely everything there is to know about everything. I'll tell you my take on this subject and what I think you should do, and actually kind of a new mindset, a new understanding, what I believe is the truth that you need to really consider and think about moving forward with all this in mind. So we'll get to that in just a second. Before we do though, if you could take a quick moment and smash the like button, that'll help support this channel's growth, get this video out to more people, so I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, before you go today, check out the links in the description below. I'd like to help you personally overcome retroactive jealousy. You can either sign up for one-on-one coaching with me, or I have 3 amazing courses down there for sale that I'd love for you to be a part of. All right, so what if you know every single little detail about your partner's past? Every single thing, every single kiss, every single sexual encounter, every single non-sexual encounter, every single wink, every single word spoke to another man / woman / whatever. What if you know everything? Wow, that's a lot of information to know if you know absolutely everything that's gone on. Firstly, let me be straight up with you. You don't know everything. That's absolutely true. You don't know everything. You think you know everything because your mind is telling you that that's everything, that you've asked every single question that there is to ask. But the truth is, I'm sure there's stuff you still do not know. Either stuff maybe your partner didn't want to tell you, or stuff that they've told you but didn't tell you what actually took place. And I'm not saying because your partner's a liar, they didn't tell you exactly what took place. But there's no way to know everything that happened because the way we retell stories is not the same as how things actually occurred. And I brought this up in a video a couple weeks ago now, that this was an actual study that was done actually recently, that like 80% of the time that we're retelling a story or something that happened, we don't tell it correctly. Our mind remembers it differently than what it actually happened. And this was an actual experiment that they put people in certain situations, had certain people come in and interact with certain people, what things were kind of said, what certain people looked like, what their own reaction was to this, that, and the other thing. They recorded everything, and then they brought them into a separate room and say, okay, tell me what just happened. Tell me everything that just happened. And 80% of the stuff that these people said happened didn't actually happen, or happened in a way that was completely different. So that's very interesting. The way we perceive things that happen is not the same way we then retell the story. The way it comes in here isn't the way that it actually happens. So the fact that, again, our partner's telling us things that happened in the past, this happened at this club at this time of night with this person, and then we went back here and this happened, you don't know if that's the truth. And chances are that's not actually how things happen. This is an illusionary thinking altogether. And so we kind of have to come to that understanding that this idea of knowing everything and knowing exactly everything that took place with everybody, with everything, that's a lie. That's completely flawed. And to believe that is a complete illusion. So we should kind of shut off that illusion altogether, because we don't want to believe in lies. We don't want to believe in illusions, and understand that there's no way for us to possibly know everything. And what we think we know is 80% probably not actually how it happened. So that's very important to understand. You think you know everything, but you actually don't. And there would be no possible way for you to know everything. So that's a big one. But secondly, here's another thing. Because a lot of people will ask this question. When I say, don't ask questions about your partner's past anymore. Don't do that compulsive behavior. And a lot of people will write in and say, but I already know everything there is to know. So help, Here's the thing, when I say don't ask questions, I'm not saying don't ask questions because I don't want you to find out more information. I'm saying don't ask questions because as we're suffering from retroactive jealousy, those questions act as a compulsive behavior that keeps retroactive jealousy alive. It's not the fact that I don't want you to ask more questions because I don't want you to find out more. It's I don't want you to ask more questions because I don't want to keep your RJ alive right now. If you were completely out of retroactive jealousy, you could ask questions about your partner's past. and you'd be okay. Honestly, I don't think you'd really be interested in knowing about their past, or, but if you were, for some reason, had a curiosity, have you been here before? Have you done this? You could ask and be completely fine. But when we're suffering from RJ, we cannot ask and be completely fine. It fuels the RJ, it keeps it alive. The retroactive jealousy says, yes, please ask more questions. I need more fuel. I need more fuel. I need more food. I need to stay alive. So that's the reason I say don't ask. Or other, YouTubers or people who coach with retroactive jealousy will say, don't ask any more questions. It's not because we don't want you to find out more, it's because that asking fuels the RJ. When you're out of RJ, you can ask away. Those things won't bother you. And so when someone says, well, I know everything already, I know everything already, that's fine. It doesn't make you worse off or anything than you were before. If you already know everything, then that right there probably keeps you from asking questions. So therefore, you're probably not going to do that compulsive behavior. So you might even be ahead of the rest of us by already knowing everything. So the main thing you have to understand is this: knowing everything makes you no different than somebody who knows very little. Okay, that doesn't mean your retroactive jealousy is worse or anything along those lines. The main reason we don't want you asking now is because it fuels your retroactive jealousy. It has nothing to do with knowing more or knowing less or anything like that. If you know everything there is to know, or you claim you know everything there is to know, totally okay. You can overcome retroactive jealousy just as easy as you can somebody who doesn't know anything at all. So that's very, very important to consider. So here's another thing that I want to bring up regarding this. Your partner, the person that says, hey, I did all this stuff in my past, I did this in my past, I did this with this person, they're not the same person as they are now. Now, this if you want to turn this into a very esoteric thinking, you can, but this is actually very physically, earthly true that person then is not the same person that they are right now with you. I mean, like, everything about them, I'm sure, has probably changed. Even what they look like has changed. Like, the person I was 5 years ago is nowhere near the person I am now. The only reason somebody would think I'm the same is because my name is still the same. And maybe I have the same color eyes or something as I used to, but that's it. Nothing else. I changed completely. I've gotten rid of so many things. I've changed so many things. I'm telling you, totally and completely different. I used to drink all the time. I used to go out all the time. I used to spend money constantly doing all this stuff. I don't do any of that. Like, I've completely changed. I used to watch sports all the time. I'm really not into sports. I used to watch the news all the time. I don't watch TV at all anymore. I used to hate working. Now I found something that I do that I love. Completely different. Okay? Even like our skin is different than it was back then. Our skin's always peeling and regrowing. It's not even the same skin that we're in the past. We are completely a different person than when we were whatever, a month ago, 2 months ago, 6 months ago, 6 years ago, 30 years ago, whatever it is. We are completely changed. The partner you have now is unique to you. Nobody has experienced your partner the way that you have. That is a complete unique experience. So to sit there and to judge and say, I'm with my partner, but they've already done this with all these other people. Honestly, they really have not. Honestly, that's not the same person that you are with. And that's a complete truth of the matter. And you can please go on Google, and look up stuff on this about how we change and how we evolve. And literally, we're not the same person that we are. In any moment, we can change to become somebody different. And I'm telling you, if this stuff in the past happened, even if it was a week ago it happened, in that week, things have changed. That's probably longer than a week ago. If you're talking years in the past or a year or more, everything has changed. Like I said, even their skin is probably not the same. It's probably peeled and new skin has grown. So it's like, what's the same now? There's absolutely nothing. They are a new person mentally, they are a new person physically, and you are the only one that's ever able to experience that. They probably just have the same name that they had before, and that's it, and that's enough for us to generalize that is the exact same person because they have the same name. But really, truly, it's somebody that's absolutely, completely different. So again, to think that we're the same, it's completely an illusionary thinking. It's basically thinking a lie that person's the same. Or thinking that I know everything about the past and all this stuff. That's basically thinking a lie. It's thinking this illusionary thing. I don't want you to think in illusions anymore. I want you to think the truth and understand the truth. And the truth is, you don't know everything about your partner's past. Even if you think you do, the stuff that you've heard is not 100% true. And that person that you're with now is different from that person that was then, okay? Your partner does not live in the past anymore. They live here with you. They have completely changed mentally and physically. This is a unique experience to them, just as it is for you. So again, to tie this all in a bow, if you know everything about the past, that's totally okay. Doesn't make anything better or worse, anything. That's totally okay. You can still overcome retroactive jealousy just as easily as everybody else, I promise you. But you got to understand that thinking these thoughts, it's all an illusion. All these things are illusions. To think you know everything, to think this is wrong, it's all illusionary thinking. And the sooner we can just accept that I don't want to think about these illusions anymore, that I know these are lies, that my mind's a liar, okay, we can start taking a little more breaths of fresh air. We can start shifting more back into the present moment. Okay, focus on the things that do matter, like our relationship now, like the breath in our lungs now, like our feet on the ground now, like just really taking in everything around us in this moment, because that's all we have. And by spending more time in the past, we take away from what we have now, and life is happening right now. So put in those same steps to overcome retroactive jealousy, like we talked about, not doing the compulsive behaviors, working on yourself every single day, doing the mindfulness, doing the meditation. Continue to put in those steps. It doesn't matter how much you know about the past. It really doesn't matter if you know everything, because the truth is you don't know everything, and all that's illusionary thinking. And the truth is you can overcome this thing. The truth is you and your partner are a perfect match. The truth is your partner loves you more than you ever know. And I'm sure they want you to experience the same thing they're experiencing right now. That love they have for you in the present, they want you to feel that for them in the present, to be right here, right now with them. You deserve it, they deserve it, and you are absolutely capable of doing it. So I hope you enjoyed this video today. If you did, please take a moment and smash the like button so we can get the video out to more people that need to see it. Also, subscribe to the channel if you have not already done so. Click the notification bell so you are alerted every time I post a new video. Again, check the links in the description below before you go for my coaching programs and my courses. They're all on sale now just for you. That's it for me for now. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Peace.